Hi guys, it's time for some maths now. So we've been working really hard on some multiplying and dividing for the past couple of weeks. What we're going to finish off with a couple of lessons today and tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. I might do Fun Math Friday again, not decided. Got a couple more lessons and it is to do with problem solving and mixed problems. So these are the kind of problems that you'll find in tests. That you have to try and use all your multiplying and dividing skills to try and work out the answer to the problem. So some of them have got quite a lot of words in, but what the first thing you need to do is decide what kind of problem is it, and then use your skills for either multiplying or dividing to work out the answer. Before we do that, before we get onto some power math stuff, I've got a couple that look like this. We've done these loads of times. These are little puzzly kind of ones usually, and they ask you to read the question carefully and then work out what's wrong a lot of the time. We've done a few like that, haven't we, where you have to find the mistake in that. So here we go. I'm going to read it out for you. Dora says Mo's tower is 3 times taller than her tower. Mo says his tower is 12 times taller than Dora's tower. Who do you agree with and explain why? So you have to agree with somebody. One's right, one's not. We've got Dora's tower there. You can see it's the red tower. And we've got Mo's tower, which is the yellow one. So you have to decide who is right, and you have to say a reason why. Okay, so this is your first little thing to have a go at. Pause the video, have a go at that one. Okay, so we've got the two towers. Best thing to do on word problems and these tricky problems that you get in tests and things like that, is read the question again. And that's what I'm going to do. Dora says Mo's tower is 3 times taller than her tower. Mo says his tower is 12 times taller than Dora's tower. Who do you agree with? Explain why. So we've got our two towers. Let's have a look. We've got Dora's, which is red and is made up of 4 cubes. And then we've got Mo's tower, which is the yellow one, which is made up of 12 cubes. So you had to decide, is Mo's tower 3 times taller or 12 times taller than Dora's? The answer is Dora is correct because Mo's tower is 3 times taller than hers. Okay, if you look at Dora's tower, 4 cubes, if you do 4 times 3, it makes 12, which means that then it'll be the same as Mo's tower. What Mo's done, he said it was 12 times taller. It's not 12 times taller, it's just made of 12 cubes. That's what he's done wrong there. Dora's right, Mo's wrong. Hopefully you were right as well. All right, let's have a look at another one. Okay, so that one was to do with times in multiplying. This one's to do with dividing. I picked one of each because I'm good like that. So Jack has got 15 football stickers. He sorts his stickers into equal groups, but has some stickers remaining. How many stickers could be in each group? And how many stickers would be remaining? So for this one, there's 15 stickers. It's a divide. I'm going to give you a clue. And what you have to do, there's a few different answers to this. He sorts them into equal groups, but he's always got some left over. So have a go at this one and see if there's a few different ways you can do it. Pause the video. All right, so we're looking at Jack and his stickers. And what he had to do, he had to sort them into equal groups, but always have some left over. So you could have drawn this out if you wanted to. You could have drawn little groups out each time on your whiteboard. You might have used counters or other bits. I don't know. Or you might have had some football stickers to use. That'd be good. So there's different ways you could do it. He's got 15. Now you can't divide it. Thinking about 15, you can't do 3 groups of 5 or 5 groups of 3 because then he'd have none left over. So that wouldn't work. What you could do is you could do 4 groups of 3 or 3 groups of 4 because that makes 12. Okay, and then have some left. Actually, you can only do one of those. Confusing myself. I'm gonna fix that one. You can't have 4 groups of 3. You can't, because then you'd have another group of 3 as well. But what you could do is you could have 3 groups of 4, and then you'd have 3 left over. 3 groups of 4 is 12, and then you'd have 3 left over. That would work. So that's a good way of doing it. Also, we could be thinking about 14. You could have 2 groups of 7 and have 1 left over. That would work. Or 7 groups of 2 with 1 left over. That would work as well. There's lots of different ways you can do it. If you've got any other ones that you think are right, well done. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the main part of the lesson now, which is the power maths section. So here we go. We've got Amal and who else have we got? Sophia, and they're making some wooden toys, it looks like. So let's have a look at these. We've got Amal, and he makes 14 wooden horses a day. Good effort. How many does he make in 4 days? Right, we can do these one at a time. I'm going to do 1A first, then I'm going to show you the answers and come back to 1B. So we'll do 1A first with Amal. Amal makes 14 wooden horses a day. How many does he make in 4 days? First of all, read that question again carefully to yourself. Then think about what kind of question is it? Is it a multiplying question or a division question? I'm not going to tell you. And then you have to do some working out. Okay, so pause the video, have a go at 1A now. All right, 1A, I'm going to read it one more time because that's what you do with these kind of problems. Amal makes 14 wooden horses a day. How many does he make in 4 days? It is a multiplying question. Let's have a look. To work out how many for 4 days, I need to multiply 14 times 4. So 14 by 4. So here we go. Here's some working out. We've got a place value chart. What he's done is split up the 14 tens and the 4. So we've got a 10 and we've got a 4. Tens, ones, 10, 4. So we're going to do 4 times 10 first of all, which is 40. We know that. 4 times 4 is 16. And then we've got 2 answers. We don't want 2 answers. We only want 1. So 40, which was our answer for this bit, and 16 was our answer for this bit. If you add them together, you get 56. So 4 times 14 is 56. I'm going to show you one more time on this place value chart. They've done 4 rows down, and then we've got 14 in each one. 14, 14. And it's been split up into the tens and the ones. So you work it out separately, then you add them together, and you've got 4 times 14, which is 56. So Amal makes 56 wooden horses in 4 days. What a lot of horses. Well done, Amal. Right, going to go back so we can go forward in a second. So we've got 1B now. Sophia's doing something. Sophia makes 92 wooden giraffes in 4 days. She makes the same amount each day. How many does she make each day? Okay, so different kind of problem. Same sort of thing. Read the question to yourself. Think about what kind of problem it is, and then do some working out and try and tell me how many giraffes Sophia makes each day. Pause the video now. Okay, so I'm going to read the question one more time, and then we're going to look at how to do it. So 1B, Sophia makes 92 wooden giraffes in 4 days. She makes the same amount each day. How many does she make each day? So the key bits are 92 and 4, and it is a division problem. Well done if you realized it was a division. So Sophia makes 92 giraffes in 4 days. I divided to find out how many Sophia made each day. I used 2 numbers that divided by 4. So we need to think back to when we were doing division the other day. We've got our part whole here. And what they've done is they partitioned it. They've split their number up. The number was 92. And they split it into 2 numbers that will divide by 4. So we've got 80 over here, which we know would divide by 4. And we've got 12, because we know our 4 times table, and we know 12 is in our 4 times table. So, first of all, we look at 80. 80 divided by 4, 8 tens divided by 4 would be 2 tens, which is 20. And they've got it here with their base 10 showing you, look. Over this side, we're going to do our ones. Same thing, we're going to divide by 4 again. 12 divided by 4, which is 3. And here are our ones from our base 10, showing that as well. So we've got 2 answers. We only need 1. So we use our tens answer, which was 20. We use our ones answer, which was 3. And we add them together to make 23. So 92 divided by 4 is 23. So that means Sophia must have made 23 wooden giraffes each day. What a lot of giraffes. Okay, there you go. That is Sophia. Hopefully you got those. If you did get those correct, the multiplying one and the division one, really good. So what we're doing is we're using all the information we've looked at for the last couple of weeks, multiplying and dividing, and we're just using it again, a little bit of a refresh, and seeing if we can answer some mixed problems using it all. Okay, I think we've got a couple more to have a go at before your power maths. What have we got? We're doing some more wooden toys. Brilliant. A wooden train has 12 wheels. How many wheels are there on 6 trains? Okay, I think we'll be able to do this one. So we've got some information helping us here. We've got our place value chart. I bet it's got 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got 6 rows. Okay, because we're doing 6 trains. And if we look in each row, we've got 1 10 and 2 ones, which makes 12. Okay, that's the wheels on the trains. It's always good to think about what does each number mean. We've got 6 rows because there's 6 trains. And we've got 12 in each row because each train has got 12 wheels. So you need to think about how many wheels are there on 6 trains. First of all, we need something in that blue circle there. I'm not going to tell you what yet. Then you need to think about putting together this calculation. Okay, so you need to decide what kind of calculation is it? Is it going to be a multiply or a divide? And then you need to do some working out. Okay, in this circle here, you need to say, is it a times, a multiply, or a division? Okay, and then do some working out. Pause the video and have a go now. Okay, so a wooden train has 12 wheels. How many wheels are there on 6 trains? We've got a place value chart. It's going to help us. It's a multiply. So we need work out 6 times 12. That's what we're doing. So down here, have a look again. This is where we're going to do our working out. In the blue circle, it's going to be the kind of calculation it is. So if we put a times there, it's going to be a times in here as well. So let's look at our tens first. How many tens have we got? 6 times 10, which equals 60. We know that. Over here, we're going to do a times again because we did a times before. We got 6 times 2, which is 12. Okay, that's 2 answers. So we've got 60, our answer from here. We've got 12, which is our answer that's going to go in here. So 60 add 12 equals 72. So, not done yet. 6 times 12 equals 72. There are 72 wheels in total on 6 trains. That's how you do it. 6 times 12 is 72. Well done if you managed to work that one out. What have we got next? A wooden helicopter now. A wooden helicopter takes 3 hours to make. How many helicopters can be made in 48 hours? What, without food or sleep and things? Let's have a look. So they've started us off with some help. We've got a part whole model. Brilliant. That means it's going to be a divide. Have a look. Divide, 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 divide. To divide this one. So we've got 48 and we've got 30. So you need to decide what number is going to go there first. Then once you've done that, you can start thinking about your working out here, and then your 2 answers are going to go in here. You're going to have a go at that one now. Pause the video. All right, so like always, I'm going to read the question out again first. A wooden helicopter takes 3 hours to make. How many helicopters can be made in 48 hours? Got a part whole. 48 has been partitioned. It's been split up. And we've got, whoa, itchy. Whew, 48 has been split up. 30, well, that one then needs to be 18. 30 add 18, make 48. So we've got 30 in this one, 18 in this one. Then you have to do some dividing. We are dividing by 3 each time, because that's how many hours it takes to make it 3. So first one, first part whole number, we've got 30. So 30 divided by 3 equals 10. Should have got that. Next up, we said 18 would go in there. So 18 divided by 3 equals 6. See what we did? We made it so that each number in here you can divide by 3. Very important, otherwise it wouldn't work. So we've got a 10 in this one and we've got a 6 in here. So let's put them in here now. 10 add 6 equals 16. 48 divided by 3 equals 16. So 16 helicopters can be made in 48 hours. What you could do as a little extra check-in tool is you could do 16 times by 3 and see what you get. And hopefully, if you've done it all correct, you should get 48. All right, I think I've got one more challenge for you before the Power Maths. I have. Same as always with the challenge. If you've not got time in school, don't worry about the challenge. If you're struggling a bit at home, leave the challenge, go on to some Power Maths, and then come back to the challenge. Could do it that way, couldn't you? Okay, number 3. On Monday, Amal makes 39 toy people in 3 hours. Sophia makes twice as many each hour. How many does she make in 5 hours? Okay, so this time what we've got is a bar model to help us and to look at the numbers here. So first of all, we've got Amal, and at the top, he's got 39. That's because he makes 39 toy people. It's been split up into 3 because it takes him 3 hours to make 39 people. That's what the red part, Amal's part, is showing us. It's showing us that he makes 39 toy people in 3 hours. Okay. Sophia can make twice as many each hour. How many does she make in 5 hours? So this one looks slightly different. Sophia's the yellow one. It's been split up into 5 because we want to know how many she can make in 5 hours. This is a bit tricky. This is a challenge. It's called challenge for a reason. What I want you to do is have a little go at that one. Pause the video now and I'll come back and tell you the answers in a sec. Okay, so I'm going to read the question out. On Monday, Amal makes 39 toy people in 3 hours. And there is a bar model to show us that. Sophia makes twice as many each hour. She must be really good. How many does she make in 5 hours? And this is Sophia's bar model. It's split up into 5, but we don't know how many she made yet. To do this one, you have to look at this little bit here. You have to think about how many Amal would make in 1 hour. Okay, so to do that, you need to do some division first of all. You need to do 39 divided by 3. Because then we'll know, if he makes 39 people in 3 hours, we'll know how many he can make in 1 hour. So in 1 hour, if you do 39 divided by 3, 1, 2, 3, you get 13. So Amal can make 13 in 1 hour. First bit done. Next bit. Sophia makes twice as many each hour. Right, so if that's a 13 and that's a 13, what must that be? What must that be? You can pause the video again now and have a go at that if you want to. If you've done the whole thing all together, that's fine, great. But if you want to have if you weren't sure and now you're getting it a little bit more, have a go at that bit. Tell me if that's 13 and that's 13, what must that one be? You can pause the video now. Okay, so working out this first hour for Sophia. Okay, so Sophia makes twice as many as in each hour as Amal. So Amal makes 13 and then another 13. So you have to do 13 times 2, which is 26. Sophia makes 26 in an hour. Okay, 26 in an hour. Okay, now you've got to do another sum. You need to do another working out calculation. If Sophia's got 26 there, well, that's got to be 26. That's 26. That's 26. And that's 26. See if you can do a calculation to work out how many Sophia makes in 5 hours. You can pause the video and have a go now. All right, so Sophia makes 26, what is it, toy people in an hour. How many will she make in 5 hours? You see how we've broken this question down? It looks like it's just one question, but we've had to actually do 3 different things in this. So 26 in 1 hour, we want to know 5. So you have to do some multiplying. You have to multiply 26 by 5. 26 times 5. So if we do our tens, 20 times 5 is 100. Well done if you work that out. What else did she do? 26. So 6 times 5 is our ones. 6 times 5 is 30. 2 answers, put them together. So we had 100, we had 30, put them together. She makes 130 toy people in 5 hours. Well done, Sophia. What a great job you're doing. So that was the answer. It was 130 people in 5 hours for Sophia. That is just to show you, it was a challenge, it was tricky. That's just to show you that sometimes you have to do a couple of different things. You can't rush it. You have to do a bit, then another bit, then another to eventually get to your answer. Okay. Right. Well done if you stayed up with all that sort of stuff. You're going to have a go at some power maths now. So you're going to have a go at pages 39, 40, and 41. Take as long as you need on it. Do as much working out as you need to do, and I will put the answers on Class Dojo as always. That's it for today's maths. I will see you all a little bit later on.